Hey Lo-Ryders, it's me Lois, and I'm here today to talk about Tyler Perry's Divorced Sisters. And this is going to be season 1, of course, but this is episode 3, and it's called Hush Tones, okay? So, before I get started, I just want to ask some of you commentators or commenters to tell me where you're commenting from so that I could say hi, okay? So we start off with Javon and Geneva, and he working my nerve. I already can't stand him, okay? So let's be real clear about that. William went up to take Anika to bed and read her bedtime story and all that other nonsense. And, from the end of episode 2, he asked Geneva if Anika was his baby. Come to find out, okay, Geneva cheated, okay, and I don't appreciate you cheating on Devale, okay? Khadeen, you cheated on Devale, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time, okay? He wants to know if that was his because they were in talks of having a baby together and naming the baby Anika. My first thought is, why in the flipping dip would you name your child after a baby you were planning to have, with your affair partners? This sounds like some Destiny and Moses crap, huh? You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, she says it's not him, his baby, okay? And at this juncture, based on the way she was looking, I felt like it wasn't his, but later on you'll understand why. There may be some to it, okay? And he had the nerve to get angry. Talking about you had a baby and you named her what we were supposed to name our baby, blah, blah, blippity, bloppity, bloop, bloop, bloop. And he claims he came back for her. First of all, you knew she was married. There was no conversation in the entire 6 years or 5 years and 11 months, but who's counting, that you were away. There was no communication. So how in the flipping dip was she supposed to know that you would be back for her? She had decided to make her marriage work. And yes, I'm happy for you, Geneva, for trying to make your marriage work. But I'm watching you, okay? So anyway, he's going on and on and on. And he's got the nerve to have an attitude. He is standing in her house, his friend's home, talking to his friend's wife like she belongs to him. Javon, if you don't get somewhere and sit the fuck down, I'm going to trip you myself. Okay? So now we get to Pastor Geneva. Excuse me. See, I get Rashida and Geneva mixed up, so you might hear the crisscross throughout the videos. Pastor Jeff and Pastor Rashida. They in the car, they talking. And Rashida's trying to tell this man, like most women try to have a conversation with their husband when they're feeling left out. Baby, I don't feel like you care for me. You don't love me. You don't do the things that you used to do. And he's trying to patronize her and make her feel like everything is in her own mind. Look, we know when our man is not doing the things that he used to do, okay? So she's asking him questions and he keeps turning it around. And she says that you always turn it around on me. You always make like it's my fault. I'm trying to have a conversation with my husband. He's like, because he says she was nagging. I don't think it was nagging. She's asking questions. She's asking probing questions because she needs to understand where is our marriage headed. We get down to these church functions and all of a sudden we light up in front of everybody else. But when we're home alone or by ourselves, this is not what we're giving to one another. We're not giving the love that we portray to the world. You know what I'm saying? Then this mofo had the nerve to say, look, I provide you with everything you need. Okay, I'm just winging it. Okay, I provide you with everything you have and everything you need. There are plenty of women who love to be in your shoes. And then he had the nerve to name the women. Dude, what? What? You slimy, grimy. What? And then she had to let him know, okay, talking all this monster nonsense. But don't forget where the money came from to get you started on this path to wealth or greatness or whatever it is that you think that you have that I don't have. Because from what I see, that they are equally yoked. I really see that. But I think that he needs her more than she needs him. And Pastor Jeff knows that. She don't need him. Okay? Well, anyway, he insists that he gives her a good life and women would love to walk in her shoes, and he didn't even want to ride with her and all these other condescending things he's saying. And I said in the last two videos that I did that this dude is very condescending. And I'm like, what is going on with this man? You know what I'm saying? There's something going on that he's treating his wife so badly and he doesn't realize. And it's going to take a clunk upside the head for him to realize what he's about to lose. Because he working my nerves. And I'm about to give Rashida a call and say, yo, sister, we don't go out like that. Okay? So then we shoot to my girl Naomi. Now, you know Naomi is ghetto she ghetto as fuck, okay? But she did come out that room after the stylist had hooked her up and everything. She did come out that room looking good. They talking and they getting ready. She getting ready to go to the church function and stuff. And all of a sudden there's a knock at the door. First of all, you're knocking on, you're answering someone else's door. And I get that you're the stylist and stuff, but I don't give a flipping dip if they the police or not. You don't let them in the home. You let the homeowner know, hey, someone's at the door to see you. Close the door. You let them know, hey, give me a moment. I have to call the homeowner. I am not the homeowner. Anyway, then police barge in and all this other nonsense talking about we have a warrant. Okay, so what's the warrant about? They don't want to tell her, but they want to use these bullying tactics and so forth and so on, which I'm not in agreement with. That's not how the law works. We have a warrant to search your home, or we have a warrant to take these possessions. We have a warrant for A, B, C, or D. You have to explain to the homeowner what the warrant is for and what you are doing there, because they do have every right to close the door. And then if you break in, of course, you're violating. You know what I'm saying? It may be a long court battle, but come on, man. And then here comes Slimy Franklin's attorney. And I already don't like him because he came in like a piece of slime. Why is the attorney there? Why the flipping dip is the attorney there? Okay. Naomi was wrong for keeping the stuff. Okay, because Geneva told her, girl, you got to give the stuff back that he requested. Okay. But I'm pissed off because this man, Franklin, slimy, grimy Franklin, gave his wife of 25 plus years things for her, which meant they were hers. So now you want to give them to your white snow, new 25-year-old wife that you cheated on your wife with for years. We don't know how long it was. And give her the things that you bought for your wife instead of just buying her some new shit. You a special kind of grimy, ain't you, Franklin? Can't stand you. Okay, so anyway, they bullied her. They took her cars. They took portraits. They took shit that Franklin didn't even want or need. He just did it out of pure despite. You know what I'm saying? But she drives off. Okay, I don't know where the flipping dip she was going. Naomi drives off because she pissed off. All she got, I think it's a Mercedes there. I don't even know. I just saw a gold car and that's it. She had a car. They said, this is what you get to keep, boopity boppity bam. And the stylist ended up calling Geneva severally before Geneva answered. So I'm a little pissed off about that scene. Okay. Then we shoot to the church function area where Bridget is telling the staff, you know, what to do, boopity boppity bam. And the guy that she's working with, she sends him off to do something, and then he goes over to Vaughn, which is Bridget's toy boy or boy toy, tells him to get back to work. He immediately gets rude. First of all, you want to ask him who he is, maybe. You just walk up to people and just basically start cussing them out, tell them to get back to work. You know, that's like me having on a blue shirt and my work ID at Walmart, and people cussing me out because I'm not helping them. You know what I'm saying? You didn't verify if he worked with you or not, if he was on your staff. And why the hell don't you know who is on your staff in the first damn place? Okay? So that was just rude. And Bridget had to come over and tell him he's not staff, boopity boppity bam. And then he kept saying sorry. But I still think he was a little condescending. Vaughn is ghetto. Okay? He was out of line too, but he's still ghetto as hell. He ain't never been to a function like this, but he figured, okay, I'm going to go ahead and act the fucking fool any goddamn way. That's probably why he got treated like that. But I'm not in agreement with how he got treated. So then we go, the girls, they got together in the bathroom before this whole function and everything, and they get to talking about what Franklin did, about him taking the stuff out of Naomi's home, the police come in and the lawyer and all that other nonsense, and they call Naomi, or Naomi calls them, or somebody calls somebody. All I know is Naomi is at this one-stop shop. I'm not sure if it's a liquor bottle, but it looked like a water bottle to me, because I'm trying to figure out how the flipping dip she got so dang drunk from driving from the house to just going to the store. If that's the only place she went to, that store, how she get that dang drunk? That's all I want to know. But anyway, she outside talking about, I'm ruined, I'm this, I'm that, he took everything, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, he took the things that were requested in the divorce decree that you refused to give back, and you can't do that. Girl, you got $37 million. You can replace a lot of that stuff. He was wrong for taking the watch. He was wrong for taking the ring, and he was definitely wrong for taking the earrings, okay? He was wrong for all of that, but he was just being spiteful. But you don't want to stoop to his level, because you can see he grimy, okay? He grimy. So anyway, not Geneva. Naomi says she's not coming. The girls get excited. Oh, that's probably a good idea. We'll come see you after the auction is over. Boopity boppity blippity bloppity bloop. You know what I'm saying? Me and my husband looked at each other and said, yeah, Naomi's coming. Naomi's coming. I don't give a flipping dip. She acting crazy, but we also know Naomi. When you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do the actual opposite. So that's just the way it is. Okay, so we at the church function. The girls come downstairs from their little meeting with each other and talking to Naomi and stuff. And they all come downstairs looking beautiful as ever, okay? I was just wondering why Tiff kept pulling up on that dress. She kept doing this and all that. That was too much. You're a beautiful young lady. If you're not feeling secure in what you're wearing, don't wear it. That's just how I feel, okay? But then William, Geneva's husband, okay, was getting on my nerves because he's loudly trying to do this hookup thing. And it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. They're going to sit next to each other. Just calm down. What is it you trying to do? And you're doing it loudly and you making it obvious, okay? Just calm the fuck down, all right? Right, Pastor? Don't they look good together? All of y'all look good together. First of all, because y'all black and y'all black excellence. That's why you look good together. So you don't know how well a person's going to look good together until they actually get together. So calm the fuck down, William, okay? And then, of course, here come Vaughn again with his ghetto ass. Vaughn is a mess. He said that he didn't know nothing about anybody at the table because Bridget didn't tell him nothing, but proceeds to talk about the divorce and stuff. You don't know nothing, but you know something. So that lets us know Bridget is telling her young boy toy or toy boy or whatever the flippin' dip he is, stuff that maybe she shouldn't be telling him, because he's the type of dude that'll have that stuff somewhere else, out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he a content creator, whatever. But Vaughn is ghetto. Vaughn is a mess. But he's still working my nerve, because it's like, dude, you quit a job the very first day, okay? So anyway, let's not forget that Rashida did pray, because they went up on Javon and, not Javon, Pastor Jeff and Pastor Rashida went up on the podium to tell people they're asking for money. Let's open up our wallets because we need this new church thing, whatever, you know, they trying to build and whatnot. And then she prays. And after she prays, and they come back at the table, and Vaughn is acting crazy and stuff like that. Tiffany leans over and says, "I love the way you pray." And here go fucking Javon. Me too. Nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'ma push you upside your head. Okay? Because he was only doing that to get at Geneva. He's trying to make Geneva jealous. Okay? And let's be real clear, she probably is a little salty because she did have feelings for the man, and she had mentioned before she liked the excitement. But if you had a one-day affair, how much excitement is that? It was just sex, boo. It was just sex. Okay? So, Marcus, whose name is going to change later on, you know, the guy that fixed Pastor Jeff's tie, I think he got a crush on the pastor. I don't give a flipping dip how you play it. He looked like he got a crush on him. This is just my observance in the way he's looking at him and just fawning all over him and so forth. And it seems like he's annoyed with Rashida. You know, dude, you got a whole wife at home. And she got a whole husband, and that is her husband. If you have an attitude, have that attitude somewhere else. Don't have it out in the presence where people can see it. Because you know Rashida peeped this. She peeps a lot of stuff that people don't notice she be peeping, okay? She peeps the looks, the stares, and so forth and so on. But when he complimented Vaughn, I was like, okay, yeah, he's a little... That's all I'm going to say. Nothing wrong with being a little... I'm just saying. He's letting you know what he likes and what his desires are. Okay? So, again, Vaughn is ghetto. That's all I got to say. So, all of a sudden, Geneva gets upset, and because everybody's at the table talking and boopity boppity blippity bloppity bloom. And they at the table, and she says she has to go to the bathroom. And, of course, Rashida says she's going to go with her, you know. And then, because Williams, please find out what's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her. You're what's wrong with her. You should be paying attention to your wife or the conversations. Not paying attention to Tiffany and what Javon got going on. You are totally ignoring your wife and not giving her the love and affection that you would normally give her. You're more concerned about what's going on over there. So I got some suspicions about you too, but I'll let y'all know later what my suspicions are. Okay? So anyway, they get up to the bathroom, and this girl is literally trembling. She is literally trembling, and I'm not sure if she's having an anxiety attack or what's going on, but her whole thing is she misses the excitement. Again, that was sex. That wasn't a relationship. You guys didn't have a relationship. You literally took the time to work on your relationship with your husband and rebuild everything that you thought was broken, and now everybody thinks that you're the best couple in the world, and you want to ruin that for a one-night freaking stand. And then the fact that it could possibly be his baby, because now we find out that you were going through IVF at the time. So you were going through IVF, and that one time that you had sex with him, it's a possibility that he could be the daddy. I don't understand why during this IVF thing, DNA testing wasn't done. That's just a routine 6 thing. I don't understand why that wasn't done. So I'm just kind of confusion on that one. Okay. So they're talking. She tells Geneva tells Rashida that Javon thinks that Anika's his because they talked about the name. I don't give a flipping dip. Go get a DNA test. If you have to do it in private, you and Rashida go. Don't tell nobody. And then you can find out what's what, who's who, how's how, and then you can figure out how you're going to explain it to your husband, or if you want to stay with your husband and save your marriage, or if you want to be with this man who left his wife after having a one-night stand with you and now is flirting with another woman in front of your face to make you jealous. If this is enough for you to make a lifetime relationship with this man, Javon, just because that one-night stand sexually was exciting to you. And that's all I got to say about that. Okay? So, everybody's doing what they do and boopity-boppity, blippity-bloppity bloom. And in walks Franklin and the bitch. Yeah, White Snow. They walks in. Bridget tells Geneva and Rashida. And then the bitch, yeah, I'm calling her bitch because I don't like her attitude. You were sleeping with that woman's husband. He was not your man. He was not a free agent. He was not a free entity. You were sleeping with a man who was in covenant with God, with his wife, with God. And you stepped in and slept with this man and didn't have the nerve to try and be nasty about it and call her the dragon lady. Girl, you lucky she ain't wiped the streets up with you. Okay? You are lucky. Because some women would have beat the shit out of you. Let's be real clear about that. You got lucky. And the only reason you got lucky is because you got grimy Franklin in your motherfucking corner. He's going to protect you every turn. So you think as long as you stand by Franklin that you could just mouth off every time. Let me catch you in the motherfucking alley, okay? Let me catch your ass in the alley. I'm going to beat your ass for Naomi, okay? Anyway, I did like how the girl stood up, you know. What the fuck you mean the dragon lady? You know, okay, they didn't cuss. They was at a church function. There was a little cussing when they found out that they had walked in. But still, I liked the way that they got up and they kind of surrounded her. Well, not really surrounded her, but stood up as a united front to let her know, bitch, that's our friend. You ain't gonna come in here with your bullshit. So Franklin had to tell his wife, come on, let's go. Tell White Snow, I can't stand that heifer, because she had to know. You want to wait till you pass by that alley tonight? It's going to be me and you. Me and you. Because you're doing too fucking much. Okay. So the girls were sitting at the table and Tiffany was showing Geneva and Rashida the earrings that White Snow had on, because those were Naomi's earrings. But that's also part of the property that Franklin had asked for back in a divorce, although he should have let her keep them. Those are her earrings. Obviously, they're pierced earrings, you know, and she's had them in her ears. Why would you want to take earrings out of someone else's ears and put them in your wife's ears when you're supposed to be this big, wealthy man? You could have just bought her some earrings. He's a punk ass. A grimy punk ass. Woo! And then the White Snow had the nerve to say, yes, they're 18 karat or whatever the flipping dip she said. And why the fuck she had to open her mouth? Because she really thought she was doing something. Yeah, okay, yeah. And Tiffany had to say, yeah, you ain't got the melanin to pull it off, babe. And okay, that's not the exact way she said it, but that's the way I'm saying it. You ain't got the melanin to pull it off, so I'm gonna need you to sit your ass back and shut the fuck up. And that's what White Snow did, okay? I don't want to get y'all to get her mixed up with Snow White. She is White Snow, okay? The dirty White Snow. Okay. So, woo! Excuse me, it's a little hot in here too. While they're going through the melanin thing, guess who appears? Poof, here comes Nene. Naomi came in drunk as a skunk. I'm still trying to figure out where this woman got liquor from. Where the hell she got liquor from? So I'm thinking she possibly went back home, because she did have on a different outfit. So she went back home. She probably had 13 shots, okay, of that brown liquor, because you know she got several cases of brown liquor. So she had that brown liquor. You know that brown liquor gonna get you turned up, turned down, whatsoever it is. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that because that's the end of episode 3. Naomi played that drunk part. I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all don't know what I'm talking about. And I know the ones that watched it know. Naomi came in there like she was a drunk from way back. I swear to God. But she was looking cute as hell in that damn dress. But she came in like she was a drunk from way back. So I have to give her that one too. Okay, I'm going to have to give her that one too. But I just want y'all to get down in these comments. Let me know what you think about this video. Where you watching from? Who's your favorite character? Because so far, I don't like Vaughn, Bridget's boy toy. I definitely don't like Javon. I didn't like Pastor Jeff from the very first episode, and I'm a little skeptical about William, but he's such a sweetheart. He really is a sweetheart. In almost everything he plays in, you kind of like him. You know what I'm saying? So, Lo-Ryders, get down in these comments. Tell me what you think about these videos, and I'll get back to you real soon. Wakanda forever. You know I love each and every one of you immensely. Peace. Mwah. I'm out.